next. And we'd like to welcome you to this broadcast here on Minor League Baseball. Today, the final game of this six-game set between the visiting Wichita Wind Surge and your San Antonio Missions. Well, gotta say, we are super excited to have you here, and also join in the booth my partner John. So come on in, John. Well, thank you, Bob. We welcome you all to our broadcast here as we're getting ready to wrap things up here today, as it is a beautiful, hot, humid Sunday afternoon. And yes, thank you, Bob, for the little introduction. And I'll be taking everything over. Yes, go ahead, John. Well, we are just super excited that you guys are coming in, and as you know, we are getting a late start on everything, and it is about 12:54 as we are about ready to go here this afternoon, as a lot of fans are getting ready to see this finale of 6 games between Wichita and San Antonio. Now, last night, final score, the Wind Surge 2, San Antonio nothing, as they take Game 5, and boy, what a pretty good firework extravaganza last night, courtesy of our friends there at Dr. Pepper. Well, after today, the Missions head up north. They'll go to Arkansas for a Tuesday through Sunday series up there at All-American. And then Missions will head from Arkansas to Frisco for another Tuesday through Sunday series on the road. And then coming back home on Tuesday, May 14th, to take on the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks. Well, we're just moments away from first pitch, and so far we are just super excited as we get things going here today. So pretty good day as we are ready to go on this afternoon, and Missions now take the field. And yes, you do see a pretty good guy out there. Ready to go. That is Lake Bacher. And he's getting things ready on the hill for San Antonio today. Pretty good, that big strong arm right there. Alaric Solari coming in for Wichita as we're about ready to go for the top of one. And here's the pitch right there and in, and we are underway. As that one is inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-1. Our ball clubs today, Wichita at San Antonio, Corpus Christi at Midland, Amarillo at Frisco, Arkansas at Springfield, Northwest Arkansas at Tulsa. The 0-1, and that is fouled away. The count now 0-2. Well, we are focusing on the weather, and as of last night, what we saw was 20 tornadoes in that storm. And boy, a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning and tornadoes, large destructive hail, and even a possible derecho of up to 200 miles an hour. And that one high in the air, Marcy in right going over and getting that one, as he'll retire the first one out of the ball game here today. Will Holland coming in as he's ready to go, and a pitch, and that is fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. No balls, one strike, the pitch. And that is fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. Right there, strike 3, and Holland goes down on strikes. First one of the day for San Antonio's starter, Lake Bacher. That'll bring up Aaron Sabato as he comes in. As 1 ball, no strikes, 2 away, nobody on. In the top of the first for Wichita. And the pitch. High in the air up to left field. Howell getting under it makes the play, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on for Wichita. And now we head for the bottom of the first. It is no score through the top half. Well, Ryan Jensen, a right-hander, coming on to start the bottom of the first inning on the hill for Wichita. And what do we know, Bob? Gotta say, this guy is a strong arm. A 97-mile-an-hour fastball. He could get things going for his bullpen today. Left fielder Corey Howell begins the bottom of the first inning for the Missions. And that one taken well and inside for a strike, and it's 0-1. Boy, I wish we could have had another 12-game homestand. Or should I say another 6? That'd be pretty good. Yeah, if we had 6 right now with Wichita, we should have had a 6 with Arkansas. That'd be nice. Yeah, it would be, Bob, but evidently we weren't guaranteed that type of schedule this year. Yeah, not by the San Diego Padres we weren't. Yeah, for sure. Well, Corey Howell getting that one in as he'll blister that one, and so far pretty good on that one. Right fielder is Jacob Marcy. Marcy coming in, takes one right there and in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Runner at first, nobody out. Bottom of the first for San Antonio. Final game of the 6-game series. And that's high fly in the air. And boy, they're trying to give it chase. And that's going to put runners at second and third. And boy, pretty good as still nobody out. And boy, you got to thank everybody on that double by Jacob Marcy. And everybody today is getting that Whataburger coupon for that double meat cheeseburger, courtesy of our friends there at Whataburger. Now in the third batter of the day, center fielder is Joshua Mears. He was drafted in 2021 as we start our Double-A back up after 2 years in 2019 and 20 in Triple-A ball. Yeah, well, there was no 2020 season due to COVID-19. That's for sure, Bob, as everything was canceled out. That's right there. And the first run in the score for San Antonio. And they get the first out of the afternoon. So a ground ball sacrifice. Runner from second goes to third. Nathan Mozzarella coming in for San Antonio. That one is high fly and foul. The count now 0-1. Looking sharp, the 0-1. And that one is inside for a cold strike, and it's 0-2. Drive up the right. That's a base knock. So now it's 2-0 San Antonio. And pretty good on that one. Wow. 2 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. And it's getting pretty good here for the boys There's San Antonio type prospects and Padres farm system. Go right there and in. That's count now 0-1. As the third baseman Graham Pauley steps in for the Missions. And the pitch. That one right there and in for a count now 0-2. The 0-2. And that's going to be blistered high in the air. And that's gone! A two-run shot by third baseman Graham Pauley. And it's 4-0 San Antonio. Boy, I gotta say, the Mission's up 4-0. That's a pretty good way to start this final game of this sixth game, isn't it, John? I gotta say, absolutely right. You may have lost last night in the game, but as a ball club, you know that today is your last day to get it going. Kai Murphy, the designated hitter, steps in, and he'll take in a cold strike. It's 0-1. Managers today for Wichita doesn't seem too surprised that 4 runs on 4 hits is no laughing matter when you have a starter out there that's just not focusing on all cylinders. Yeah, that for sure, Bob. And yes, we do have your wife out here. How's she doing? I'm doing good. Line drive, that's up to the center for a base knock. Yeah, it sure is. And they got the dogs in here, and it is Bark in the Park week. And yes, a Sunday afternoon. How can I forget that every Sunday afternoon game is Bark in the Park? We've done it for the last 3 years. Oh, I gotta say, I love my boys. Yep. And today we're celebrating them and all the dogs and animals out there. Petco and PetSmart and West Creek Trail Rides. Out there, foul ball, and the count now 1-1. Second baseman Lucas Dunn coming in for San Antonio. That one inside for a count now 1-2. Boy, this inning, John, is really a long inning. That is. 4 runs come in to score. 6 batters up. And pretty much 4 of them score. You have another 2 on base. Trying to get in there. Runner at first and the plate. And that's going to be right there. And they'll get 1. They get 2. That ends the inning. So 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors and 1 left. As we go to the second inning. And it's a San Antonio 4-0 lead. We're back after this. And more Texas League baseball on this Sunday afternoon as Danny DeAndre will come in. And it's a 4-0 San Antonio lead. About ready to go for the Missions Baseball Network. Well, we're off to inning number 2 with Danny DeAndre coming in for Wichita. as he takes in a strike and the count now 0-1. Bacher, one of my favorite right-handed prospects, as he was drafted in 2019 by the Padres. So far getting a double-A rehab assignment here in San Antonio. And he's got a free agency, so he could be drafted almost anywhere they desire that they want him in. Yeah, and I gotta say, that is a pretty good idea. And pretty good. Willie Joe Gray Jr. coming in. You said Gray? His name is Gary. Well, I do apologize about that. Thank you for correcting me there, Bob. No balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. High fly in the air. Marcy in right. Getting under it. Makes the play. And that is out number 2. Right fielder is Kayla Rosario. As he comes in and he's ready to go here in this one. Here's the pitch. That one down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, Corpus Christi leads Midland 1-0. Bottom of the 2nd inning there at Franco Park. And that's going to be right there. Line drive. That's a base knock into left center. And that is a 2-out single as Wichita now gets on the board. And that'll bring in Emmanuel Rodriguez. Rodriguez will take in a cold strike. It's 0-1. Well, a beautiful day out there in Midland, as thus far all the thunderstorm activity's just been skipping them. And so far for the next couple of days, they'll have no storms, as pretty much the dry line is just east of Midland and the Permian Basin. That one is right there, and that's going to get down for extra bases. The runner from first is going in, and it looks like he's going to go all the way home. And in the score for Wichita is the runner at first. And that's an RBI triple by Emmanuel Rodriguez. Well, that's a pretty good base knock way out there to center field and just shy of right. Yeah, gotta say, Bob, these boys are looking for a little retribution today to make amends meet. Yeah, so far, pretty good. Catcher Patrick Winkle coming in for Wichita. Take in a cold strike. It's 0-1. Runner at third, swing and a miss again, and the count now 0-2. Had a pretty good home crowd today, and yes, after today, Wichita heads to Northwest Arkansas. San Antonio will head to Arkansas. Don't forget, after in Arkansas, Missions head to Frisco. Yeah, right there, it's a ball, and the count now 1-0. Or actually, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goodness, witness Texas EF5 supercell tornado forming. A lot of tornadoes going through this past couple of days. And that's going to be foul. The count now 1-2. Man, just a beautiful day out there in Midland. Beautiful day here in San Antonio. But anyway, we are under a tornado watch until 9 p.m. And that'll be right there up to right, as that will do for this half inning. So Emmanuel Rodriguez gets a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's San Antonio 4, Wichita 1.
Leading up for San Antonio, the shortstop, Ray Patrick.
Well, the shortstop, Ray Patrick Ditter, coming in. As he's going to hit one to right as he comes on the board. Boy, pretty good as San Antonio getting the hits, and they need to get in the runs just to stay ahead of Wichita. The 9-hole batter, catcher Brandon Valenzuela, coming in for the Missions. Boy, underway this ball game. Corpus Christi underway. They're at Midland in Franco Park. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And that, oh no, that looks like that's not going to even do right there. And they're going to have him in a pickle. And boy, the first out of the inning. Boy, that almost would have been a double play right there. Good thing he went back middle half of second. And yeah, that could have been 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, for sure. Corey Howell coming in as he strides in. Runner at first and 1 away. And that one is fouled in the way. The count now 1-1. Got a good crowd today. San Antonio fans, Wichita. People in Wichita are watching these boys. The Wind Surge are their favorites. They're in Wichita. Yeah, and Wichita as well. Kansas and all these other places. Well, that's going to be right there. Line drive. And that's going to put 2 more on bases. Boy, and I got to say that San Antonio ain't playing today. They are coming in. The bats are alive. They're hitting the ball hard. And they're just doing what they normally do. That is to win the ball game and stuff. Jacob Marcy coming in. He takes 1 high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Pretty good day for San Antonio to get the 15th of the season. Yeah, I gotta say, as of last night, losing 2-0 against Wichita, that was a blowout right there. And a ceremonious, or should I say a unceremonious loss the last night. Yeah, I gotta say, that's a really toothpick through the foot. Ouch, you don't have to remind me, Bob. Ooh, ooh. And that's gonna be right there. 1 run in to score on a sacrifice, and that means another run in is just 90 feet away from coming in. Oh, Joshua Mears looking to get his 6th run home. And that's going to be right there, as they'll get him out easily. So a run comes in across the score on a couple of base hits, no errors, and nobody left. To the top of the 3rd we go, and it's San Antonio 5, Wichita 1. Ernie Yates coming in for the Wind Surge to start up the 3rd inning. And it's 5-1 San Antonio. We're back for more right after this. Well, we now head for the top of the third for Wichita, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Ernie Yake coming in, 9-1-2, due up top of 3 on the Sunday afternoon. That one hit high fly, and out of play, the count now 0-2. Tuesday ball clubs, Corpus Christi and the Rough Riders there at Bayfront Park. San Antonio at Arkansas. Midland and Amarillo going head-to-head. There at good old Water Ridge Field, downtown Amarillo. Springfield and Tulsa.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Northwest Arkansas and Wichita going head-to-head. Here's the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. The count now is 1-1. One ball, one strike, the count. And the pitch. That's foul. The count now is 1-2. Here's the pitch. Oh, come on. Having a little internet malfunctions, but we are keeping hopefully live. We got to check with our crew and stuff just to see what's going on. So hopefully it won't be anything serious. Well, let's hope not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a little buffering and no issues there. Our live broadcast on our apps. Need to make sure that everybody can watch us, everybody can hear us, and everybody can watch the game we all love, and that is baseball. Download us at Bally Live and YouTube Live. And that'll bring up Will Holland as the leadoff batter. Alaric Solari gets on first. It's taken in for a cold strike. It's 0-1. Strikeout in the first, 0 for 1. End of pitch. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. High in the air up to center. Mears under it. Makes the grab, and that is out number 2. Well, Aaron Sabato coming in, 0 for 1. Fly out in the first inning. Here's the pitch. That one fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Get him down chasing. Boy, the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one high and outside, 1-2. Boy, that is the first ball we see in this game. And tell you one thing, let's see another, shall we? Swing and a miss. Get him down. And right there, that will conclude this half inning. So no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head for the bottom of the third, and that's 5-1 San Antonio here in this one.
Leading off for the mission,
Nathan Mortarella, 1 for 1 single RBI and a run. Coming in for San Antonio. Ready to go, the pitch right there outside. Count now 0-1. And, I got a problem about that, John. They just issued strike one on him on that thrown fastball. Well, big mistake now is that's going to be right there. Gone! Oh, my gracious. Nathan Martorella, he's like, you call that a strike on me? Well, I just hit it out of here. Pow! Right in the kisser. Yeah, you're funny, John. Well, you don't ever make that first baseman angry, because he'll come back right at you. Yeah, for sure. And now the hot corner third baseman, Graham Polly. As he comes in and takes a strike in the count now 0-1. 6-1 San Antonio, bottom of 3 on this hot afternoon. Polly was a 2-run shot earlier. But boy, you see the bats out of these hitters, and boy, they're doing pretty good. Designated hitter Kai Murphy, 1-for-1 single in the first. Pretty good afternoon here as we're just underway, bottom of 3. High fly in the air up the left, and that is out number 2.
The batter number 22, second baseman, Lucas.
Well, second baseman Lucas Dunn, 0-for-1. Well, I will say that everything is going good, and that is for San Antonio. 1 ball and no strikes to count to Dunn. 2 outs, nobody on. Solo shot by Graham Polly. Well, I gotta say, when you're down trailing 5, as you see Wichita right now, trying to get things finished, then they're coming here trying to get this day and this homestand completed. For sure, Bob, it's been a long week for all of us. And just glad that today's our last day of this week. Well, that will do for 3 innings in the books, as it is a 6-1 San Antonio lead. 5 that the Wichita Wind Surge are trailing in this ball game. So we are back right after this. As we lead off the 4th inning, Danny DeAndre will come in right after this. About ready for the top of the 4th, right here for the Missions Radio Network. Well, top of inning number 4 as Danny DeAndre coming in. Ready to go in this afternoon. The pitch to him, that one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Boy, just short on commercials today, but we are going to give our shout-outs today for our pet supply places, Petco and PetSmart, and West Creek Trail Rides. All today being a part of Pet Day, and so far we just love animals. Love dogs, cats, horses, you name it. It's the whole smorgasbord of what animals are like these days. Here's the 2-1. That one hit high fly in the air, foul, and the count now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And the pitch. That one fouled in the way. The count now still holding 2-2. Here's the pitch. And that one hit to second baseman Dunn. He'll flip it to Mortarella. And that is out number 1.
The batter, the designated hitter, Willie Joe Gary Jr.
That would bring up Willie Gray Joe Jr. Willie Joe Gary Jr. Yeah, you called him Gray Jr., but it's all right. Just add another R to that after the RRY type thing. High fly in the air. Mears in pursuit makes the play, and out number 2. Willie Joe goes down for out number 2. Kayla Rosario, he's 1 for 1, single and a run for Wichita. And he's ready to go. The pitch, and that one is fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. And that one is hit high in the air. And that will be allowed to drop foul. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Right there, strike 3. And that'll get him down on strikes. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And now through 4.5 here this afternoon, it is 6-1 San Antonio. We're back for more right after this, as Ray Patrick Ditter will lead off the bottom of the 4th when we return. It's 6-1 San Antonio over Wichita. Got ready to go for the bottom of the 4th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Ray Patrick Ditter starting off a brand new inning as we now head for the bottom of the 4th for San Antonio. And boy, that's going to be well hit, but also that's a tough out number 1 for Ray Ditter.
The batter, the catcher, Brandon.
Well, the catcher is Brandon Valenzuela. Line out in the second is 0 for 1 of the day. And the pitch. Fouled off, and he'll see another one. And the pitch right there outside, and that's the count now. 1-1. Cody Lawlerson coming in and ready to go. That one is well hit, but out number 2 is caught by the right fielder. And that'll bring in Corey Howell as he steps in and he's ready to go. That one's right there. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. That one right there, line drive. And he'll pass it as that will be out number 3 on the play. So we in 4 complete as San Antonio still holds a 5-run lead against Wichita. And it's 6-1 Missions. Emmanuel Rodriguez coming in, ready to go for the top of the 5th for Wichita. And the count now is 0-1. Here's the pitch right there and inside for a taken cold strike. And it's an 0-2 count. Come out to the ball game while you still can on this Bark in the Park Sunday afternoon. Boy, 5 innings already starting to come alive and getting ready to go in the books on this afternoon. That one is a ground hopper, and that is out number 1 as Mortarella steps on the bag. And that is the first out here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. That is right there, and that'll get foul, and the count now 0-1. Ben Gelman is our new man up in the front for the away games in the Texas League, and so far Bob and I are here in San Antonio, and so far up in Arkansas, he'll be waiting for the Missions and the Travelers to play Tuesday through Sunday night. Pretty good right there. That is a line drive to Pauly. He'll throw to Mortarella there at first, and that is out number 2. Could have wished we had another 6-game homestand. Yeah, that'd be really good. I don't know why the Padres farm system would just let us have a 6-game with Wichita and a 6-game with Arkansas. Yeah, that would be really good if they allowed 4 of the North Division teams to come here. Yeah, if you had Northwest Arkansas to lead off the first homestand, you know, you're gone for a week up in Corpus Christi, and then you come back, take on Wichita and Arkansas for 2 weeks being here at home. Yeah, I gotta say, that would be pretty awesome, but the major leagues made the schedule the way that it is. And right there, strike 3. That'll get them down. Well, at 5.5 innings in the books, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So we go bottom of the 5th, and it is a 6-1 San Antonio lead. Cody Lawlerson is now out on the mound pitching in relief for Wichita. That is Cody Lawlerson now pitching for the Wind Surge. Jacob Marcy will lead off the bottom of the 5th. When we come back, it's Texas League Baseball. It's 6-1 San Antonio here today. We're back at 3, 2, 1. Well, we lead off the bottom of the fifth as Jacob Marcy will strike in for the Missions as he fouls one off. And boy, that hit the catcher right in the chest piece. For the count now 0-1 as that was fouled off. Well, right there in the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And the pitch. That one high and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, starting to hear a lot of loud mufflers on those V8 engines. And yeah, so far the people with those cars getting in there. And out number 2 is that's a big mistake there as they try to get a base hit, but evidently he tries to get it into a double. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, Nathan Margot.
And that'll bring in Nathan Mortarella, 2 for 2, home run, single, 2 RBIs. Right there as he takes in a strike of the count now 0-1. 1. And that's going to be high in the air. And that is out number 3. 5 innings in the books as we are halfway finished through the day. As no runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on. And it's on now to the top of the 6th inning for Wichita. And it is a 6-1 San Antonio lead. We're back for more when we come back right after this. We're back here with the top of the 6th right here on the Missions Radio Network. Alaric Solari coming in for the Wind Surge. Getting things going as that is high fly in the air. Howell in pursuit. Makes the grab out there and foul grounds for out number 1.
The shortstop, Will Holland.
And that'll bring up Will Holland as he strides up now for the Wind Surge. And the pitch. That is right there and foul. And the count now is 0-1. Boy, it is a hot, blistery day today as it is 85 degrees in the top of the 6th inning on this Sunday afternoon. High fly in the air up to Marcy and right as that is out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Aaron Sabato.
And that'll bring up Aaron Sabato coming in for the Wind Surge, and that's inside for the count, 0-1. When we have a 2025 schedule, and hopefully we'll have a 12-game homestand instead of these on and off homestands, which I don't know why they made the schedule look like that, but maybe that's just for a reason. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for Wichita. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is 6-1 San Antonio. Third baseman Graham Polly will strike up, but we come back in the Texas League. West Creek Trail Rides, a proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. Also, Pet Supply Places. And don't forget that every Sunday home game is when we have Bark in the Park Sundays, presented by Petco PetSmart and our new friends there at West Creek Trail Rides. Visit westcreektrailrides.com to get a horseback reservation set up for you and your family for a total of up to $40. What a great deal. Well, thank you, Bob, and we welcome you back to Texas League Baseball as we get set for the bottom of the 6th inning. I do believe that is right. And yeah, I do believe that is the right thing. But anyway, Bob, our next Bark in the Park Sunday is Sunday, May 19th, taking on the Corpus Christi Hooks. After that Sunday, we will get ready and head up on the North Division travel as we head to Wichita to start the 21st of May. And so far, pretty good on that one. Well, we now head toward the bottom of the 6th inning as Graham Polly stepping in for the Missions. And he hits one high in the air up to second. Moving under it, the second baseman will make the grab, and that is out number 1.
Now that's the designated hitter, Kai Murphy.
The designated hitter is Kai Murphy. He strides in. And a pitch. Hit to short. He'll flip it to first, and that is out number 2.
Second baseman, Lucas.
And that one right there, and the count now is 0-1. We are going to take a quick pause here, and we just want to make sure that everything is going good, and I think everything is good. And yes, that right there in the count now, 0-2. As I did see, our online was buffering a little bit. Hey, can we get a work order for that, Bob?
Yeah, sure thing. Let me tell the boys.
Okay, while Bob is going to tell the work crew that we need a lot of work and a little maintenance on the internet. I mean, that's going to be good, too. Right there, line drive to left. That's a base knock. But pretty good right there as get things going. So shortstop is Ray Patrick Ditter as he'll stride in. And that looks like that's going to get down for a base knock. So 2 back-to-back singles getting in and ready to go. And the catcher is Brandon Valenzuela. Valenzuela coming in, and 3-run shot would make it a 9-1 ball game.
Boy, that would be really good to see something like that happen.
Yeah, for sure. No balls, 1 strike, 2 out, 2-1. Bottom of 6, 6-1 San Antonio. 5-run lead as that will be on the wind surge. And that right there will be out number 3, as that will do for the end of this 6th inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. And it's on now to the 7th for Wichita, as Danny DeAndre will come in right after this. So we got more Texas League baseball, as it is a 6-1 contest here for the San Antonio Missions here today. Wichita trails 5 runs in this ball game, and so forwardly we are getting pretty good in the finale of the 6 games. Back for more right after this. We're back for the top of the 7th right here on the Missions Radio Network. Danny DeAndre coming in for the Missions. Or, correction, for Wichita. I do apologize. Yeah, it's going to be a long week after doing 6 days straight after today. Going to have a new pitcher on the hill as Bobby Malachy coming in for San Antonio, as he'll get on the pitch here in the 7th inning. And yeah, so far he'll greet Danny DeAndre. First pitch right there in the inside corner. That's a strike. And the count now 0-1. So where everybody is in the AA Texas League, San Antonio is 14-6 in first place in the Texas League South. Midland is a game and a half away from San Antonio. Frisco a game and a half. Amarillo about 5 games and a half away from the Rough Riders. 6.5 against Corpus Christi. So, I gotta say, it's getting pretty interesting, as San Antonio in first place, Midland in second, third in Frisco, Amarillo in 4th place, Corpus Christi down in last place here in the South Division. Springfield in first place, 14-7, as they win against the Arkansas Travelers. And I do believe that was last night, wasn't it, Bob?
Well, I gotta say, I think it was.
But you'd probably have to look and stuff. And that's a ball, as they will get Willie Joe Gary Jr. That 1 ball, no strikes right there. That's going to be line drive. And that will be hit right to second, to first, as Mortarella gets in, and he takes command out there on the bag at first. So that'll bring in Kayla Rosario. Rosario coming in as he takes in a strike, in the count now 0-1. We're down our last 3 innings of this ball game, and our last homestand for a long while, until Tuesday, May 14th. That one right there in the end, that's count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, get him down. And that is out number 3, as we take you out to the ball game. It is 6-1 San Antonio. So we're back for more as Corey Howell leads off the bottom of the 7th. When we come back, here it's Texas League Baseball. It's 6-1 San Antonio in this one. Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, we're bottom half of 7 as we get set as the left fielder Corey Howell stepping in for the Missions here this afternoon. First pitch, that is chopped foul. The count now is 0-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be line drive up to right field. That's a base knock. We're getting pretty good on them base knocks that Corey Howell is. Well, it's just not him in general that's got base knocks. It's the whole team for San Antonio. Get base knocks, and they're trying to get him back standing, and well, so far if they get one more or two more, then that'll be a free issued balk. And Jacob Marcy 2 for 3, double single RBI of the day for the Missions. And pretty good here this afternoon. The 0-1. And that's going to be popped right there. As they will get the runner out at first. They won't look at second, as that will be out number 1. Joshua Mears, 0 for 3, fly out in the 5th inning. Boy, a good homestand we've had over the last week. And so far, we will be up in Arkansas starting Tuesday through Sunday next week, and second week on the road, we'll be at Frisco, taking on those Frisco Rough Riders. And coming back Tuesday night, May 14th, taking on Corpus Christi. Right there, 2 balls, 1 strike. The count now 2-1. 6-1 San Antonio, bottom of the 7th. Boy, I tell you one thing, they got a new guy in the booth that runs the away games.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Nathan Mortarella coming on deck for the Missions. His pitch, and that's going to be back to the pitcher right to first. And boy, that could have been ball 4. And get a free pass on base. Nathan Mortarella 2 for 3, a home run, a single, 2 RBIs of the day for San Antonio. The pitch, swing and a miss early out in front of that one, and the count now 0-1. That's back to the mound, and that will do for this half inning. So 7 innings in the books this afternoon as we head for the top of the 8th. 7, 8, 9 due up for Wichita. When we come back at 6-1 San Antonio, we're back as Emmanuel Rodriguez will step in. And our proud sponsor today, WestCreekTrailRides.com. So can't wait to book another horse ride, and we're just super excited for all about that. Visit westcreektrailrides.com, location 151 and Wiseman Road, and then go down left-hand side. Take a left on West Creek Oaks Drive. Go all the way down there. The ranch will be on your right-hand side. Visit westcreektrailrides.com to book your reservation on horseback rides today. And don't forget, they are the proud sponsor of Missions Baseball. And every Sunday home game is Bark in the Park, and yes, they will be involved too for horses and for everybody in. We're back for the top of the eighth inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Emmanuel Rodriguez steps in, top of the eighth. 7, 8, 9 due up for the eighth inning for Wichita. That's fouled off. The count now 0-1. Boy, they are 6 outs away from getting this ball game finished off. High fly in the air, catcher Valenzuela catches it right on the home plate area, and that is for out number 1. Patrick Winkle 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out. Coming in and ready to go. The pitch. That's right there outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 10,115 on the attendance market today. Yeah, going pretty good on that one. Right there, 2 balls, no strikes. Here's pitch. That one is a swing and a miss. And the count now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to pitch. And that is chopped foul. And the count now 2-2. Well, do you think we're going to play Wichita here at home again next year? Because that sure would be great. Well, Bob, I hope so. But playing Tulsa and Arkansas, that would be good as well. Right there, out number 2.
The left fielder, number 11.
I mean, to take on 5 of the North Division teams, playing Springfield and Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas and Tulsa and Wichita, that would be good. You look at AA Frisco, and boy, the month of July looks really good. They got 3 games at Arkansas, 3 at home with Arkansas, 6 at home with Northwest Arkansas, and after that 6, it'd be a 4-day rest period as we wrap up the first half of the season. 3 games with Wichita, and then 6 coming back home, taking on the Tulsa Drillers. Frisco ending the month of July, and I do believe that is July 29th and 30th, taking on San Antonio for that 6-game series. Here's a 2-1, and that is right there, line drive to Dunn. And that is put to Mortarella, and that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We now head for the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's 6-1 San Antonio. Graham Pauly coming in as we'll get set for the bottom of the 8th. When we come back, here it's Texas League Baseball. It is 6-1 San Antonio. We're back with Missions Baseball, bottom of the eighth, right now on the Missions Radio Network. Well, bottom of the eighth as Ram Pauley, hot corner third baseman, whacks in a two-run shot in the bottom half of the first inning. As that one is popped foul, the count now is 0-2. Wichita down 3 outs away from this closing series. And that is popped right there to the second baseman. He'll flip it right to first. And that is out number 1. Designated hitter Kai Murphy. 1 for 3, single in the first. Boy, tell you what, a pretty good homestand we've had, and we can't wait for Tuesday night, May 14th, taking on Corpus Christi. The Hooks coming to town to take on San Antonio, which our next door neighbor team is a really good team for the Houston Astros.
Oh, I gotta love Double-A Houston.
The Corpus Christi Hooks will always be the Houston Astros Double-A affiliation. And just like San Diego will be a San Antonio Double-A city. Frisco, a Dallas, Texas, or Texas Rangers owned city. Right there, a slider in the count now 1-1. Midland being a Oakland A's town. And that's going to be line drive under the foot of the pitcher. And that is a 2-out single. Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in. As he comes in and he's ready to go. And that one is inside for a cold strike. It's 0-1. 2 for 3, 2 singles, a run. Looking good here today for San Antonio. Amarillo is Arizona Diamondbacks Double-A affiliation. And yes, the funny nickname of them all is called the Amarillo Sod Poodles. And I bet people up there in Amarillo, they're watching now. They're saying, what's so funny about our name anyway? I mean, that's what the Amarillo City Council gave to us. That one is high. And up to left field, that's out number 3. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head for the 9th inning coming up, 1, 2, and 3 due up in the Wichita top of the 9th. And it is 6-1 San Antonio. Alaric Solari coming in as top of the 9th inning, about set to go. And the pitch, and that is right there and fouled in the way. The count now 0-1. Gotta say, Malaki already had 20 pitches for his first time in relief. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. So far, Amarillo taking on Midland. San Antonio being up in Arkansas. And that is right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So pretty good right there. And the 1-2. That is popped foul. The count now holding on at 1-2. Springfield at Tulsa, Frisco at Corpus Christi, San Antonio at Arkansas, Midland at Amarillo, Wichita at Northwest Arkansas starting Tuesday. So we know where everybody will be at on the day of the the start of our first week away from home and second week away from home as we take on the Frisco Rough Riders. Right there, high fly, and that is out of play, and still holding on, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Get him down on strikes. So, boy, 2 more outs for Wichita. And that'll bring up Will Holland. Holland coming in, ready to go the pitch. Right there and in, that's code strike. And it's 0-1. The 0-1. That is right there, and that'll go foul. Boy, the count now, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing and miss. Get him down. 2 away. Well, Wichita down to their final out here this afternoon. First baseman Aaron Sabato, 0 for 3, fly out in the 6th inning. And yes, the Mission's looking for win number 15, and I think they've already got it today. That's high fly in the air. Marcy getting up there, and that's the inning. So Mission's win here today, as that will do. So 15-6, 7-14 for Wichita. Well, boys, I hope you'll have a nice travel to Northwest Arkansas. The Missions head up to Arkansas. And we'll see you guys back in 2 weeks from today. So have a fun and safe travel home. And if you're coming on the road with us to Arkansas, just make sure that you guys are playing it safe. Go up to Northwest Arkansas if you think about that as well. But anyway, safe travels home, and final score today, San Antonio 6, Wichita 1.
Our final line first for the victorious Mission, 6 runs on 13 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on base. For the Wind Surge, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. They left 2 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon, and we remind you to please drive home safely.